You may find it hard to believe that Springfield, Wisconsin could be the heart of anything, but actually today, in a way it is, as far as geothermal digging projects that are happening within 10 miles of where we're standing. Behind me is a rig, a unique digging machine that originally was used to lay optic cable all throughout the United States, and now it's being used to drill uniquely shaped holes for geothermal systems. This horizontal boring method, which basically creates almost a bow into the earth and comes up on the other side and pulls the tubing back through. Now the advantages to this type of system are, one, it does very little impact to the existing landscape.
And here's another shot of that horizontal boring machine. This is also used to drill underneath parking lots and under football fields, so it's real ideal for schools.
And we are ready to start the drilling for a 4-ton system.
And here the beginning of the first horizontal loop, and as you can see, once it goes into the ground, there's not much to it.
The tanking system behind me is filled with 500 gallons of water, and then it added a substance called bentonite. What bentonite does is it thickens up this water, and it creates a conductive agent that after the hole is drilled and the piping is placed within the hole, then it is filled with this bentonite mixture. And what that mixture will do will increase the conductivity of the pipes to the earth. If you just put a pipe into a hole, you might as well put your piping up in the air, because without that conductivity, you're not going to get the heat exchange that's so necessary to make geothermal work. This DigiTrack system is communicating to the drill head, and then that in turn communicates to the driver so that they can constantly monitor the pitch and the depth of the drilling process. It's very high tech, and it really eliminates any mistakes that can be done as far as what the pattern is being drilled. But they always have to be monitoring this with this portable unit staying on top of the drill pattern as we progress down the yard. I'm taking my trip.
And here the drill bit finally protrudes from the earth.
We started at 840 and it is 950, and we've bored through, and the boring head is protruding out of the ground. And if you look back, and it's dug back about 200 feet to the boring machine. So in less than about an hour, we've drilled 200 feet.
And now from that bore head, these fellas are extending out the tubing, and then the end of the tubes will be attached to the end of the drill head, and then the drill will basically pull the tubes back through the hole.
She goes. Pull her through 200 feet of pipe.
And as you see there, the tube has been pulled through the hole, and all that's left now is to cap this off by attaching one side of each to a manifold, and then creating a supply and return that's going to run into the house.
The supply and the return is coming from the outside. Again, these pipes are buried about 8 feet deep as they connected to the rest of the array. And then as we follow the supply and the return pipes up through the ceiling, very, not very intrusive or very whatsoever, and then to this pump module, and this pump module is obviously pumping the water through the system and through the loops outside, and then here itself is the heat pump, and this pump is a heat to forced air system, and basically the exchange is taking place inside the pump, and then a fan is blowing the air throughout. Attached to the heat pump there are these copper tubings, and this will allow Doug to set up a de-superheater system, which basically is going to give him free domestic hot water. He'll just run the return and supply to the hot water heater. And so basically, it's a 40-degree day out today. This house is extremely warm, 2,000 square feet. Doug's had this system up and running now for about a month, and been very happy with it. He's paying for the compressor, electricity to run the compressor, electricity to run the small pump module, and electricity to run the fan that's blowing the heat throughout the house. And that's it.
Yeah. Especially, you're going to spend money on I was gonna put a new furnace in here, you know, probably a high efficiency. Yeah, I could have probably got one a lot cheaper, but that's never gonna pay for itself. You know, was my feeling. That'll never pay for itself. Spend money on something that's gonna save you money or make you money.